Hey, welcome back to my channel, and today we're talking about the time that was basically almost extorted and scammed. So basically, I went an app and I was just like minding my own business, and I was like trying to be like a friend to somebody because it was like an app where like you can be friends with someone. And all of a sudden there was this girl, and she like texted me, and then we were like texting back and stuff like that. And then after she like texted me and stuff, we were literally just having like a normal conversation, but there was a lot of red flags I did not notice when I was speaking to her. Like, number one, she asked me like where my school was, what state I lived into, and on top of that, the app that I got her information for and stuff like that was like, oh, what do you call it? It was like she only had like one profile picture, and that was weird because usually out people have like millions and like so many profile pictures because like they want to constantly show off their personality, who they are as a person. And then after that, another thing that was a red flag. Was there any more red flags? It was like, okay, so she didn't have a lot of she only had one. She was asking me a lot of personal information. Oh, and then she asked me if I was like working and stuff like that. And then she like started telling me about like her boyfriend and how he basically like cheated on her with her best friend. And I was literally trying to give her some sympathy because like obviously I'm a huge person where I love girl power. I love when girls work together. I like when girls support girls and when girls are like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this because this isn't good for me, or I'm gonna do this because this is gonna get me to this level. I'm not the type of girl where like I'm gonna do certain things because it's like I don't want to do that. Like, for example, if I would have a crush on someone, right? Obviously, I don't have a crush because I have a like boyfriend or whatever. But if I ever did, and I had a crush on someone, and my friend dated them, I would not date them because that's like breaking girl code. Like, I'm a very strong person when it comes down to loyalty and all that stuff, and I would never like wish that upon a woman or think that a woman should do that or anything. But I always, for me, I always put the what do you call it? I always put the responsibility on the partner and on the other person because it's like not right and all that stuff. So I gave her, I was like, good. And then in my head, and then I was like, good, and all that stuff. And then she was like, oh, I left him and all that stuff. And I was like, good, because I wouldn't want anyone to stay in a relationship like that because that's toxic. And then after we started talking and all that stuff, and then she asked me for like a picture of myself, and I thought that was weird because there's literally a picture on like my profile, so that should have been my other um that should have been my other clue that she was like gonna extort me and a scammer, and then all that stuff. And then after that, she started like talking to me, and then she like posted a picture, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make this go viral." And then she asked me for like my name, but me being me, I gave her a fake name because I'm a person where like I don't care how close you are, I'm not giving you my real name at all. Like I'm not. And then she was like, "Oh, so and so, she goes to this school, she lives in this state, I'm gonna make you go viral." And then attached to it was like some type of like sexual video site, and which I can never do because I am so inexperienced and I'm proud of it. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to be more experienced than I am because when it comes down to it, and when something happens, sorry, I'm gonna have nothing to show for myself but my unexperienced ass. And then after that, she basically like threatened me with that, and then I blocked her on like literally everything because I told her I was gonna go to the police because that's literally child pornography, and that's literally like abuse against minors and stuff like that. And she was like, I don't care, you shouldn't be doing that. But it's like I wasn't doing anything because all I did was give you a picture of myself, and she took a not fake video, it was like a real video, and she tried to like make it like I was doing it, and I was not. Sorry, my nose is just so itchy. And what else? Yeah, and then basically I blocked her and everything. And then she had like the audacity to this day. She would literally go on the same website that I met her on, and she would be like, "Hello, how are you doing?" I would just like repeatedly block her because honestly, I don't know how you can go from 0 to 100 real quick. Like you have someone who was literally trying to be your friend 1 minute, and then like the next minute you're literally trying to extort them for money and on literally fake sex videos that I have never made off of a photo that you asked for because I thought you and I were friends. And so basically after that, I ended up blocking her, To this day, she still tries to hit me up talking about, hello, how are you doing? And whenever I see her, I would just like block her, report her, block her, report her, because I'm not dealing with that shit. And I just want to say, stay safe on the internet. But actually, I feel bad for people that have fallen for that scam and have been extorted, because like you constantly fall for that scam and you constantly fall for the extortion, and that's bad because like you believe that she's just gonna keep giving you like, sorry, you're obviously gonna keep like giving them money because in your head you're kind of like, oh, this person is gonna do these things to me and all that stuff, and so I need to keep them quiet. I need to keep them happy with money. But the thing is, when you kind of think about it on a retrospect, it has more danger to them than to you, because then when you know these videos are fake and all that stuff, you know it's an innocent photo. And on top of that, another thing you know is that you're underage and I'm underage. So if they were to put out these videos, they would probably be arrested on child pornography. They'd be arrested for child negligence, child abuse, and basically anything that has to do with endangering a minor, because putting a minor online sexually where there are like predators and all that stuff on there is going to land them in prison. So yeah, and on top of that, she knew that because I told her that. And then I also told her that if she ever did that, I would call the police. And then she was like, oh, I don't care, and all that stuff. And on top of that, she had the audacity to also try to hit me up for a gift card. And she was like, oh, don't you have gift cards and all that stuff? And I was just being dead honest that I did not have anything on me and that I was literally not going to give her anything because, number one, I'm not going to waste my money or time on someone like that. And that the crazy thing is that she actually works and she's like literally an adult, so that's another thing that was just wow. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and that was one of my other interesting story times. So in conclusion, be safe on the internet and do not trust, people like that are like, trying to extort you for money, and beware of scammers, and just, you know, use your intuition. Basically, use your intuition. Don't trust scammers. Don't trust people who are trying to extort you, and more than likely those people aren't really gonna do those things because it's just like makes no sense. Love y'all. Goodbye.